Well, hello all, and welcome to another episode of High Voltage Diesel. Today we're at High Voltage Boat Shop, and if you guys want to see how I painted this lowrider style boat, then just have a seat, hang on to your armchairs, and get ready to have a meltdown as you watch this video, because it's going to be really awesome. Let's get to it. So this sailboat right here, I basically got permission to use it as a blank canvas and do whatever I want on it. So I've been dying to do a low budget, low rider paint job on it. I've already done some messing around off camera because I had no idea what I wanted to do. But basically what we're going to do is make a bunch of stripes, and they're going to be all different colors. I'm thinking we're going to start with green, do some golds in there, and some pretty cool stuff. So I'm not really sure exactly what we're going to do yet, but it's just kind of a do as we go. Well, check it out. Still got a lot more I plan on doing, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. This is just a learning experiment. I am not a professional lowrider striper by any means, but my old man is. And I seen him do a lot of these, and I helped with some of them. So it runs in the family, which is all right. But I thought this was pretty cool so far. I'm just making this up as I go. I looked at a couple different things I thought was cool, and I'm just literally just kind of making it up as I go. But I really thought the playing cards idea in this red was pretty neat. I kind of messed up a little bit. I didn't realize the red was going to be so dark. So I'm glad I had some cards left over to put on top of the red. But I think once this thing is buried with clear, it's going to look really, really cool. I got some lace under this glitter. I kind of got crazy with the glitter. Didn't expect the glitter to take off on me like that. Again, this is a very low budget thing. I got myself budgeted one roll of fine line tape, and everything else was low budget. This is just a practice piece, but it looks really cool for low budget. These aren't like any crazy candy colors or anything like that you'd buy to actually do this. I really wanted to do it over the wood grain instead of a silver base. And that torch effect there from the acetylene soot with that blue on top of it just looks so cool. I can't wait to see what this looks like with clear on it. So I'm going to keep on keeping on with some ideas and just keep going at this, and I'm sure it'll look pretty cool. Alright, I'm pretty happy about this. This is looking pretty cool. I did like the marbleizer effect here with the plastic bag, and then just did some lace and did the acetylene on the green and just kind of went over it. It looks pretty cool, but keep in mind this is a low budget. This is a very, very low budget paint job. So I didn't get the tape. You know, normally you'd space the tape out and peel each layer off separately, and I don't want to waste any more tape than I have to on this. This is just for fun. Not making a showpiece here. This is when it really comes to life, when you pull the tape and stuff off like this. This is where it really gets exciting. I've even been reusing the paper as many times as I possibly can. And it's a lot colder in here than you should be doing this. This sits overnight and it gets like down in the teens in here, so you know, it's really not the best environment to be doing stuff like this, but I'm liking it. Alright, we're going to pull this one up here since it's already starting to come up. Oh yeah. For what we're doing, it looks darn good, I'd say. You could make stuff look pretty nice on a low budget. You don't have to have tons of money to do pretty cool stuff. This is looking really cool. The best part about this is if it gets messed up, which it has several times, it's not any big deal, because all it's going to do is give it more character. There we have it. Is that cool or what? That is very cool. I kind of wanted the two, the red and the blue and green, to kind of clash in the center, which didn't really do exactly what I wanted, but again, this is a low budget thing. This is what happens when you use that fine line tape in cold weather. It just does not flow well, so. But it looks cool. I'm happy with it. This is just to play around. This doesn't even have to be done. This is just something to... I got a blank canvas and I could do whatever I want on it. I'm happy with the front too. I really like this water drop effect here that I did. That's pretty cool. I got the green on the right side, and normally on a bow it'd be the blue, the red on the left side, but if I did this red, it would fight with that red. So I guess I didn't really think ahead, but I really like the different colors on either side, and I really think this water drop effect came out awesome. I poured a whole ton of glitter in this silver paint here, and it really gave it a cool effect. So I got a good plan for this. This is going to be pretty cool, but you just have to hang on and keep watching. That this looks badass right here on this. This is wicked. Once this is buried with clear, this is going to look sweet. All right, check this thing out. You know, out of all the graphics on this thing, I think this is my favorite. This is just cool. This is exactly how I was hoping it was going to come out. They usually call this a Mexican blanket. And it looks really good. There's so many different designs you could do with this kind of stuff. It's endless what you could do, and you could just put any colors you want, any combination, and just anything goes. The only downfall is you could see you use a ton of tape, and you got a lot of waste when it comes to this stuff. So now that it's time to untape all this, I definitely want you guys to join me because I want to see this thing come to life. If everything worked the way I want it to, it should have a gold pinstripe going around the outside, but with this cold temperatures in here, I'm not 100% certain that gold is going to come out like I wanted it to under that tape. And actually, I made my own purple. I just mixed this blue and this red together and it made that purple, and that was a good choice. I love that purple. Okay, so let's hope that we still have a purple stripe going around this. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna unwrap this whole thing because we're done up here. All this, for the most part, get taken right off. I love this part. This is my favorite part of this. Just taking all this paper off. It's like opening up a gift. Especially when it comes out good like this. This looks absolutely awesome. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite, definitely. I'm happy with the whole thing, the way this came out. You know, it just goes to show you that you don't have to have a ton of money to make something look cool. You don't have to be rich to be cool. You know, you could... This whole entire project, I budgeted myself 1 roll of fine line tape and like 2 rolls of regular 3/4 inch masking tape. And I've done all this with just what I had in hand. And I got like 20 bucks and stuff that I bought from Amazon, like lace and glitter. You know, so I'll have, you know, hardly nothing into this. And it's well worth it just for the fun I had doing it. You learn as you go. You make mistakes and you learn how to fix them. Alright, so this next layer here is hopefully going to be the gold. Oh yeah. There we go. Peel that nice and slow. And I would have chose different colors on a lot of this, but I'm working with what I had. So that's the thing. If you work with what you got, you usually come out with something pretty darn cool. A little bit sloppy on the edges here. Alright, there she is unwrapped. This just looks absolutely awesome. This thing is going to look so good buried in clear. The worst part about this whole thing is it's not mine. I don't get to keep it. But that's alright. I did this. I volunteered to do this just to practice because it was a clean slate. And I am not disappointed. A little sloppy on the edges here, but you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. This does not have to be perfect. It's just a whole bunch of playing around is all it is. So I got the back of it base coated gold. I have a couple ideas what I want to do. I kind of want to do like an endless line on one side or something like that, maybe even both sides. Look at that though. That just looks, I don't know if the camera does it justice, but man, that just looks so cool. That is wild right there. Just seeing all of it together. That looks wicked. See what it looks like from the front. That is so cool. That's wild. That's definitely my favorite right here. This Mexican blanket. That looks awesome. I like it. I really like that. That's just so much detail. Alright, so I'm only going to do these two back, and I'm just about out of fine line tape. And once I'm out of fine line tape, that's the I actually had to cheat this one a little bit. I had to do it in regular masking tape, and I just did the corners with fine line, so it's probably going to look a little crusty around the corners, but that's alright. right, guys, here it is. It's all finished, ready for clear coat. This thing is cool. I'm mad that I gotta give it up. All right. Man, for a budget job, this came out awesome. There's like 20, there's like 30 bucks in this whole thing. As far as like the little materials and little things here and there go. A lot of time, a little bit of money. This is my favorite right here. This is awesome. Definitely by far my favorite graphic on this entire thing. Super happy. I like the endless lines. It's pretty cool. I definitely, like I said, I wanted to do the red on the left and the green on the right. I think, what is it, the starboard side is the right and the port is the left or something like that. That is cool though. I kind of ran out of ideas on this one I had a couple ideas. I wanted to take some letter stencils and put them on that, but the glue on them was too sticky. I wouldn't have been able to get them off, so I ended up just doing kind of a stripe pattern with a bunch of the cheap tape. And all this is just, it's the cheapest tape that I could get on Amazon. That's all it is. The fine line tape was the good stuff. That was the expensive stuff. Because you can't do this stuff. If you're going to do something like this, get the good fine line tape. I know 3M makes some good stuff. There's Limeline. And there's a bunch of other brands. And to do the Mexican blanket, all the stripes in that, I use my good Scotch or 3M tape, whatever it is, to do that because that's important. But I got the lace in there kind of strung out in a pattern. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Well, I kind of ran out of some ideas and materials, so I didn't really, have much to do on this. That basically wasn't any different. I mean, that and that is kind of similar, but it's still cool. It still gets the point across. I did the purple in the center one with the marble effect. But I am really happy with this. I just can't stop looking at this. I can't wait to see this thing buried with clear. It's got a really pretty good rough texture to it. You could definitely tell on any project you do where you start and where you finish. This is where I started, and if I could do it over again, I definitely would have done things different. And then I started to kind of get good at it by the time I was doing these ones. But I'm super happy with everything. I'd like to do something in the center, but this is where the I don't know if you want to call it a driver because it's a sailboat, but this is where let's say captain, this is around where the captain sits on either side. The dagger board thing goes in there, and then the mast goes up here in this hole, and then the boom sticks out all the way, I don't know, and then the rudder goes on the back with the handle for that goes up here. So I'm assuming the operator, the engineer, the operator, the captain, whatever he's called on a sailboat, is going to sit right around there in that area, back and forth. But I'm thinking that's probably going to be the main area. So I figured, I'll just keep this simple here anyway. But we're ready for clear coat. Again, this is a low budget thing. I got good clear and I got cheap clear, and this is cheap clear. And I gotta say, for cheap clear, this is like 70 bucks, something like that on Amazon for this whole gallon kit. 4-to-1. And I gotta say, for cheap clear, I'm really happy with it. I know U-Pull's always been a decent brand, but for something like this, I would recommend this any day. How about we try something? I'll take this plastic bag and put it over the camera when I clear. That way you guys can still watch me clear this. Alright, let's get to it. Well guys, ready to see it with the clear on it? There it is. That thing looks so cool. That came out awesome. Just amazing. You know, my favorite angle of this thing is right here on the back. It just looks so cool because you could see everything. Awesome.